So we have arrived in Lombok. All over YouTube you'll see Lombok, is it better than Bali? Lombok or Bali, which one to go to? So what have we done? Gone to both. Who cares which one's better? We're in Indonesia. Let's see them all and see what they've got to offer. First initial observations of Lombok on the route from the pier is one, the roads are much bigger and much nicer, and two, the roads are a lot quieter. There is a heck of a lot less tourists here than you get in Bali and also what we had in Nusa Penida. So we're excited to see, considering how big this island is, how much we can explore. So we made it to Coco Beach and it looks like it's probably going to rain. We're hoping that we get to see the sunset before that happens. We've just been befriended by this lovely Indonesian man and he's got his room just behind us. Before you knew it, we were being sold bracelets. We're now having dinner. We've got a couple of bottles of Sprite. They are the friendliest people, but you almost feel like you can't say no because they are that nice. But bless him, yeah, he's got the grill on now, so he's getting our food ready. We'll eat that, see the sunset, and hopefully get back before it rains. Look how crazy this food looks. This is supposed to be the most traditional chicken satay you can get on Lombok, and it comes with their own pouches of rice. So it is the next day and we've been doing a bit of research on Lombok and we can't actually believe how big this island is. Most places we've gone, we've been able to go around the entire island or the entire area within sort of 2-3 days, but we're sort of struggling with Lombok just because of the sheer size. So for example, we wanted to go down to Kuta, which is right down the south where all the amazing beaches are. And because we're on the west side of the island in Senegigi, it's an hour and 18 minutes for that. So then we're thinking, okay, we might be able to get to that. Let's go to the nice waterfalls that are in the north, on the north side of Mount Rajani. And that is 2 hours ride. Okay, we've heard great things about Batu, which is supposed to be similar to Ubud in Bali. And that's an hour and 47. So we're probably not going to be able to get everything done within a couple of days on Lombok. We're going to do what we can because this island does look absolutely incredible. But already we're thinking you probably need to extend your visa if you're coming to Lombok if you wanted to explore it all in one go. Some of the views that you're getting in and around Senegigi are absolutely amazing. Furthermore, look how quiet these roads are. There's literally the odd scooter and car on it. So different to everything we've experienced in Indonesia so far. It's wonderful. We just come across this Hindu temple right by the coastline. It's called Pura Batu Belong. It is a donation to get in, so there's no entrance fee or cost for parking. Just donate whatever you feel is the necessary amount. And it's a tiny little temple right by the sea, and it is beautiful. And also, we're the only ones here, so we get to enjoy this whole lovely Hindu temple, which are just people that are praying, and us. So we've come into the capital city in Lombok of Mataram. We've just parked the bike up, but look at the amount of bikes are here at this shopping mall. I've never seen a sea of bikes in my life like this. We are so lucky that we managed to find a tiny little space like this just to get it in.
That shop is so cool.
Carly and I have not been in an air-conned shopping mall since Vientiane, which was about 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And before that was Thailand. So this feels a bit weird for us, coming from all the islands and all the viewpoints, and now we're in a massive capital. Yeah.
It's really slippy actually.
Yeah, coming from all those quiet places, hidden places, and now we're in the capital shopping mall. This is a treat. Simple things you forget when you come travelling. We've not been in a proper supermarket. Bangkok? You think people will go shopping all over the world and it's just their normal weekly ritual. But for us it's an absolute treat. Look at all these drinks. So we just found these Zaps, which are basically Mars bar equivalents. It's so nice to be able to have something familiar to home, considering all the Asian chocolates and sweets are so few and far between, and they're just not the same. But Zaps, they'll do. One of the things you've got to do when you come to Lombok is just rent a scooter and just drive some of the coastline. You can pull up on some of these amazing spots right over the top of the cliff edge and you get these fantastic views. It's really nice just to explore Lombok without any real plan, without anything really to go see, just get a little bit lost. Unfortunately, one side effect to Indonesia and tourism, we saw it in Bali, we saw it in Nusa Penida, same in Lombok. It's just rubbish, plastic everywhere. Wow, these beaches in Lombok are absolutely stunning. We just saw it on Google Maps and thought, oh, we'll just turn in and have a quick look, see what's going on. And we just turned up to this most amazing blue sea. Weirdly, it's about 80%, 90% locals. There's barely any tourists. We've only seen probably 2 or 3. So in some ways, we've got the beach to ourselves. That's okay.
The hatching we put in the pool.
Wow. Did you dump it?
Oh my God, what an experience I've just had. We've just turned up to Nipper Beach thinking we'll have a bit of a wander, and then we'll come across this shop. It is the Turtle Conservation on Nipper Beach. So we thought, oh, we'll pop in, see a couple of turtles, which we did. Next thing you know, the owner Darwin has got his arm around me and we've just gone out snorkeling. Even better, he's just taken my GoPro and filmed this incredible footage. You watch what you're about to see. Unbelievable. One of the best things I've ever done. That is right up there with the elephants in Chiang Mai for me. Oh, absolutely in heaven. We've just stopped at a petrol station and we got our snacks. I've just looked through the footage. I cannot believe how good that footage is that Darwin took of the turtles. Forget me, I was absolutely hopeless, considering that's probably the first proper time I've snorkeled like that with turtles. But what an experience, unbelievable. And it's even more special that it wasn't even planned. We just wanted to get up this morning and go travel around Lombok and see what was going on, and we ended up stumbling across his conservation business. I'll leave a link in the description or a Google map pin or something, because everyone has to go to his shop, because honestly that is one of the best experiences I've done. And he didn't even set a price. It was just what you could donate to his conservation, which I think is the most special part about it all. So yeah, thank you ever so much, Darwin. If you ever manage to watch this, that's one of the best experiences I've ever had. And the fact that you weren't pushy, you didn't set a price, it was just whatever we could donate towards your cause with turtles, I think is absolutely special. So thank you, Darwin. So for sunset we have come to this abandoned, I guess it was a old hotel, but there's a few Indonesians here watching the sunset. Unfortunately there's a lot of cloud tonight, so it's just dipped below the clouds, but it still looks absolutely beautiful. You've got a couple of guys down here, and a couple there. So we've just turned up at this place called Pasta Pojok in Senegigi, and honestly the food is absolutely outstanding. It's a little bit more expensive because it's Western food, but they gave us a proper lesson on how to make pasta and what the different types of ingredients were in the pastas that they were doing.
We've got free bread and it's warm.
And Carly loves the free bread and oil and dips. Classic Carly. But this place is incredible. You must come to it if you come into Lombok. So we may have left M&S, but it doesn't believe M&S have left us. We're coming to a local shop and they're doing stock take.
The dreaded stock take. For them. They're in for a long night. What are you doing in here?
So the house cat, who's also pregnant, that we found out today, has just barged into our room. So now we've got a room house cat.
Yeah. Oh.
Who also can do yoga. So we're on the way to Kuta Beach and the Kuta area this morning for our last full day. And we're going along the main highway. And we had to just stop because there's this massive, colourful dome. Huge dome. When you're approaching it, you're like, what is that weird looking UFO spaceship? Just don't know why it's here, why it's been erected. On one side you've got luscious fields and rice paddies, and on the other side you've got a built up area, and in between you've got this massive dome shaped structure. It's very random, isn't it? We have made it to Tanjung An Beach in the south of Lombok, and this is what paradise looks like. Proper gold sandy beaches, a warm sea. Now the sea isn't quite clear. It's got a beautiful blue tinge to it. However, there is a fair bit of plastic in the sea, which is a real shame. It's not good to see plastic floating in our seas. This is, however, probably the warmest sea I've ever been in. It feels like getting in a bath. Such a strange feeling to get in the sea and probably feel hotter being in it than out of it. But it is lovely. And over on the other side, that is Marisi Hill, which I think, just like here, is 10,000 to park and get into, which is next to nothing. And you get some really awesome shots of both beaches on either side. We might go do it, we'll see if we've got enough time. But I think in this middle of the day heat, it might be too hot to go across the top of those ridges. So we have indeed come to Marisi Hill. It's 10,000 to get in as I expected, but you do get the entrance to the beach as well. We're not going to be here too long because there's literally no shade. You're right on the cliff face, hence the hats. So we're just going to have a quick walk round, get a couple of snaps, and then we'll hopefully move on towards Kuta. If you do come here, just be careful because there is no official route to get around these hills. It is literally just the hillside. Luckily it isn't that steep at all, so it's not that dangerous, but just find a path that you're comfortable with to get to the viewpoints, I would say. Look how crystal clear that water is in the shallows before you hit the sea. It's a shame it's really rocky. Because it's so rocky, I don't think we'll go in it. That'll be a nightmare to walk in. But it is a beautiful view. I reckon here at sunset would be really, really nice to see it drop into the ocean. You can go all the way down these rocks right to the end, but it's just too darn hot. We've only come here because it's on the way to the next beach, Otherwise we wouldn't have done it in such hot conditions. But like I said, definitely at sunset, going towards that edge, you'll get a marvellous view. But we're actually in the centre of Kuta, so we're just gonna have a little drive around and see what it's about. It definitely feels very much like a Pai from Thailand or a Canggu in Bali, that sort of laid back hippie lifestyle with a lot of shakes and fruits and coffee shops and things like that. So yeah, we'll just have a little drive around, see what it's about, fill up the scooter, and then we need to get back on our way to Senegigi. So we have made it down to Kuta Beach. It's gone really cloudy, looks like it's going to rain, so we're just going to have a quick look, see what's going on. We've literally been on the beach 2 minutes and they've seen our western faces a mile off. There is kids coming up to us trying to sell bracelets. There was a lovely old lady we had a good old chat with, but she would not take no for an answer. She was trying to sell bracelets, sarongs, little purses, you name it, she had it, but she would not take no for an answer. And then you see on that rock all over there, there's more sellers trying to do the same thing. They'll see a westerner, they'll jump straight on you. And we've made it back to Senegigi just in time to see the last rays, that last bit of golden sunshine. So, what do we think of Lombok? Well, firstly, this island is massive. We really struggled to see as much as possible in the 3 to 4 days, unlike some of the other places we've been. So definitely coming here for longer and probably staying in the south, in the west and in the north makes the most sense. It's definitely quieter than Bali, so if you are coming here you will feel a little bit more out the way. We have been only 2 of a handful of Western tourists that we've seen whilst being here. I know we're going into their low season now, but there has been hardly anyone here. People that live in Lombok are probably some of the friendliest people that we have had this entire trip. They are so nice to you. It is just a joy to speak to the locals, whether it's from a shop, on the beach, restaurants, the hotel. They've all been fantastic. Saying that about the beaches as well. Some of the beaches and sunsets that we've seen in these 3-4 days have been absolutely outstanding. So I would definitely recommend coming to Lombok. I would say around about a week and try and explore both the north, the south and the west. So that is the amazing road network. That unfortunately is all the plastic, and that's the beautiful beaches. Thank you so much for watching this video. I shall see you in the next one where we go to Gili Tea.